Hey guys, Rumblysuperset here, back again, playing Sawborg Tier 3. Again, I am not playing, I'm voicing over this one, but for a different reason. The reason why is because I did record my own voice, but I didn't record Ben's. Ben was also in this video. I believe he's on my team. I don't remember which team he was on. We'll find out later. But he is not in town, and I cannot get his audio in time to release this video, which I need to release it soon because it's the only one I have right now and I need to record. So because I can't get his voice, I'm just going to voice over and just do it that way. So I'm in lane against Vox Tier 2, a pretty smexy looking skin. I like it a lot. And then we have Arden and Cruel in jungle. My whole thing, what I was going to do here was I was going to go CP and kind of just harass Vox in lane, given he has a lower range, and I can kind of just sit there and take out the minions. I do try to stagger my attack speed here so I can get last hits, because sometimes if I don't, like even if I try to burn them down, I don't burn them down as fast as say the minions can, and I miss my last hits. So that's another thing with Saw, is I kind of don't always fire. I only like keep my spin up going. That's what I try to do. So yeah, I sit in the brush here because the reason why is Saw has low mobility, and so if I sit in the brush right here, I can keep an eye out and see when his allies are coming to gank me. And therefore, by doing so, I can kind of just prevent that in some degree. Like, there are times where, say, like, for instance, if there's a fortress, or, I don't know, like, a Catherine, sometimes they can catch me off guard, like this right here. I didn't think about it, but I used my little jump, my stab, to get myself some distance. It's like, okay, that's a little bit premature. I should have actually done it more. Not premature. I should have done it sooner. I should have used my road to run sooner rather than just wait and shoot Catherine. I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, so then I'm just going to suppressing fire, get my spinner back up, and kind of just bearing down this lane. And just wash and repeat. But yeah, we'll see how it goes here. Looks like jungle's doing pretty good though so far. I don't know the exact score. I think someone died. I didn't see who was. But I don't know. I think the skin looks pretty smexy too. People are saying that they wish the Rodeo one had some kind of visual effect change too. And I do think that that would have been nice, but unfortunately it did not happen. And yeah, so it does look pretty sweet. Regardless though, the projectiles are violet rather than like the blue that normally. Sorry, my son's right there. But yeah, and then the bad cannons are a little bit different too. A little slight difference in visual particles here for the mad cannon, but you obviously can't see it. I actually was shanking in hopes that I would get the kill, but unfortunately it was just a sliver away from actually killing him. Here's Arden still going in. Let's see, what did I do here? I think we just kind of just stayed here for a little bit, and then we ended up backing out because it was like too risky. Did my shank, and then yeah, I got out because it's like there's no way I'm going back in there because it's going to hurt if I do. Catherine's waiting, she'll stun me. I'm gonna be drinking my Starbucks here. Good. People are talking to me on Skype while I'm trying to voice over a video. Freaking Oracle. Sent me a picture. Stupid. He changed my picture on his little Mount Everest thing he has on his Twitter. Alright, so still getting the last hits. It looks like Vox is actually ahead of me by like 5 CS here. CS meaning creep score, as in how many minions I've killed. But given I'm Saw, it shouldn't be too hard to catch back up, so long as I'm not missing these last hits. Which so far I missed one right there. Another reason why sometimes you may not want to always be using your spin up at its full capacity, because you can actually mess up your timing on your last hits. Let's do some damage there. I don't know what's going to happen, so I just figured I'd just like shoot suppressing fire to do some damage. I actually have started to like Saw a little bit more, because I'm starting to learn how to play him a little better, but I still feel like he's a little bit weak on the sides of mobility. Because like right here, the fight's still going, and I'm slowly creeping up. I can use my roadie run, but then I don't have it for an escape, and I won't have it to be used as a damage ability. I did use my roadie run right there, as I said, for an escape. Having the low mobility to escape is really nice, but yeah, sometimes it can be traumatizing. Let me tell these guys I'm recording because they're calling me. Alright, so looks like, oh, I almost got him. I don't think I'm gonna get him though. I don't think it's Cruel right there. Oh, maybe I do. I'm waiting for the barrier to drop. So there we go. Now it's dropped, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so rough, and I missed. It's so freaking hard because like I wasn't fully spun up, and I didn't have a rotor run up anymore because I already used it, and that was a really poor choice of mine to shank in against a Catherine Cruel. I just thought I was gonna get it, and I didn't, and that was my downfall. So that really sucked personally. Alright, so just gonna head back to lane probably. I'm 0, 1, and 2. Not too bad. I'm trying to maintain my presence, at least in jungle when they need me, but as I saw, it's just a little hard, you know? It's a lot harder than the other heroes. The really good thing about Saw, though, is that when you get the eulogies, it's really easy to keep your health topped off. A lot of laners don't get eulogies, at least not from the past meta. Usually the eulogies are meant to be used on melee heroes, at least according to meta. But they can be used for range. It's not as effective. But with Saw, like I feel like it's just a good choice. I did pop my Mad Cannon because I didn't think I was gonna be able to reach him with the shank there. So I popped my Mad Cannon soon after, knowing that like, my range is gonna be very skeptical whether or not it's gonna reach. And so I was like, all right, Mad Cannon stack. I'll use it and kill him. I actually slowed Catherine there so that she can't just like stun Cruel or like help assist the other Cruel. That's another reason why I did use my suppressing fire on top of Catherine to help my Cruel keep that 1v1 going. At this point, I have my road run up, so I'm okay. I'm gonna stick around a little bit just to get my last hits. I'm not really afraid of Cruel, even if he does his little passive shadows and powers me on me. I can just use my roadie run to just shank out of it. Just like that. I'm gonna suppress fire the bush, yeah, because I know they're there. So I'll suppressing fire it, which in a way it could be risky because, oh yeah, I remember at this point it's like, oh my god, it's like I think Ben is on my team, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I was telling somebody, it's like, hey, you know, Catherine's really low, so if you guys can like come up and take her out, that'd be awesome. But yeah, that was a little bit of a risk though, hitting Catherine with suppressing fire and Cruel, because Catherine can come out and stun me, and then Cruel can come in and just hit me and possibly take me out. But I was by my turret, so it was kind of an okay play. See, this is kind of cool though. I like these kind of voiceovers sometimes, it seems, because I can kind of analyze my own play and see what I did wrong. I mean, because I'm not perfect, I do make mistakes just like everybody else. People seem to forget I don't main every hero. So when I do a video of a hero I don't main, people are like, oh, why'd you do this? You could have done this. And I was just like, well, I don't main everybody, and to main everybody would be a lot of work. I can play Ringo, I can play, no, I don't want to say Vox anymore. I can play Scarf and Ringo in lane at a pretty high level. Jungle, I can play Sky. I used to play Taka, but Taka kind of isn't the same anymore, so it's kind of weird for me. I'm going to shank this guy because I need to get that gold for us. So I shanked the gold mine to secure that just in case. Now I'm just going to go ahead and just focus Cruel as much as I can, if I even can. Suppressing fire probably, yep, there it is. Slow them. And they did pick up the Cruel, I think. There it is. I'm out of energy at this point, though. This is actually really bad for us right here. Even though it's a 3v1, like, it's really bad, because that resonance and that silence from the ultimate is really devastating. You can see here, I almost freaking died. I'm not even going to stick around and try to help, because I'm just going to get focused. If I stick around and do a suppressive fire, Catherine's going to come stun me and kill me. Or even Blast can turn around and just kill me. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to get full health, get my Frostburn going. I'm working towards an Aftershock now, because Aftershock Shank Saw is really good. Lots of damage. As support, if you're an Arden, as you saw, it's always good to give your Vanguard to your laner as he's trying to run back to lane, or to any person really. If they're running with you, just give them a Vanguard and get them to point, you know, from point A to point B a little bit faster. Here's the great thing about suppressing fire. Lane clear. Especially CP suppressing fire. This is actually something you don't want to do sometimes. Like, I mean, I would say like a lot of times. I kind of tend to do it when I don't really know the position of the enemy. I might go my brush and take a risk to put a scout trap. And I don't know if it's always a good thing, but here's a shank. Where is it? There it is. Super delayed. But yeah, sometimes face checking a brush when you don't know the position of the enemy can be quite devastating. So you want to do it like at only like very particular times. Here's another shank. Oh, I thought I was gonna get that, but Cruel used his smite. But yeah, you want to be very like peculiar with your choices. Very specific in when you're gonna use it to face check and put a scout trap in. A lot of times you want to make sure, okay, I see him in jungle. Now I can place my scout trap, knowing that if anybody's in there, it's only one person, the laner. And I was just like, well, never mind. I just wanted to do damage. Right now I'm doing pretty good. I'm 3-1-6, not too bad. I've been really trying to practice my Saw. As you guys probably saw on my stream, I did say I wanted to become like one of the first like official Saw mains in like the competitive scene. I think people have used them in the past, but just not recently. I got my Mad Cannon going now. Oh, but maybe I don't. Oh, I did Shank. Yeah, here's where it gets really hairy, I think, because I was really trying to... I hit the minions to get more stacks on my attack speed. So... Oh, God. And then Oh! Oh, yeah, Ben threw the sword, and I suppressed and fired, and I actually got the kill. I was like, yeah! Ben's like, what the hell? I was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take someone out with me. Yeah, I remember now. Okay, Ben was cruel. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he is. And he was like mad because I went Saw. He's like, come on, man. I'm trying to record a cruel video. I was like, but I need Saw. It's like, Saw sucks. It's like, just watch me. And I'm like 4-2-6 already. Not too bad for Saw. Box did a little bit of damage on turret. Let him clear that lane pretty easy with suppressive fire. I see my team's engaging a little bit, so I'm going to come down and just kind of position myself in case I need to come down and help. A lot of times I'll sit at that very like tip of the brush next to that boulder there and just kind of hit lane from there if I need to, so I can like diverge my attention to like say the jungle too. Okay, I pop my Mad Cannon. I'm ready to fire. I just need to get that attack speed up. It's like really devastating. Cruel did nothing. He was stunned the whole time. That was awesome. It's always good to see Cruel fall to a Saw. But not just a Saw. I think, who else was hitting him? I think it was, I don't know if it's Cruel or Arden. I think it was Arden. Oh no, actually I think it was Cruel because Arden gauntleted. I think I used Roger on here. Yeah. To catch up. I didn't get him. And then I barely missed the kill off the suppressing fire. I was so mad. I even wanted to go in right here and just die, but I was just like, you know what? It's not the risk. I'm gonna back out. Because I didn't have any more Mad Cannons too. So I'm gonna go back to lane, probably clear it up. Keep pushing. Oh, and I made a big mistake right here. I was just like, oh my goodness, that's not good. So I used my shank to get out, and I don't think it was enough. No, it wasn't. I didn't see Cruel in time. I was gonna suppressing fire, and as I was hitting it, I saw Cruel come in, and I was like, oh, don't hit it! And then I already hit it. I was just like, cool. So that was kind of awesome. So who am I going against anyways? This was in beta, by the way, guys. So this is before the update came out. I was playing with Saw and them. Actually, no, this is when the update was out, but the servers were down. So I recorded this one on the beta. That's another reason why the names are not there. The setting on the beta is where the names aren't displayed. I haven't changed it back. Oof. Lots of turret shots though taken by their team, but that aftershock box, man, is devastating. I believe it's aftershock box. If not, it's at the very least alternating current broken myth box. Definitely not weapon power. What I wanted right there is really wanted my Mad Cannon. I really wanted it, but it was a few seconds shy, so I just decided to bolt out with the Roadie run. So I got the clockwork. So I got the clockwork because I wanted the extra cooldown. I wanted to be able to have the rotor run up more often so I can either engage or disengage faster or more often, more frequently. And then also have my suppressing fire up and my mad cannon off cooldown quite a few more times. Another thing I do as Saw is I generally like to keep a stack of mad cannon on me. You can see here I have 8 stacks already on me. The reason why is because if you do that, it puts your ultimate on cooldown. So when you finally engage, you have 8 stacks or however many stacks you have. So when you use that up, you can use your ultimate again and get another set of stacks during that same fight. That's the reason why you'll see me pop my ultimate at times when I'm not even in a fight, is because I'm putting it on cooldown so that I have the stacks again right after I run out of the initial stacks. So that's another little trick about Saw. So at this point, we're getting a little bit split. I was a little bit afraid of what's going to happen, but I think I get in here in time. Yeah, here we go. And then I'm going to focus Cruel, but he keeps going into that brush and I can't see him. I try to stop attacking Celeste there because of the mad cannons hitting the shield. But we finally take her out right here. Good shank. 736, not too shabby. We're doing pretty good. I think we might even go Kraken at this point because the lane is not pushed, so we just like, yeah, Kraken it is. So pick up Kraken here. Not too bad. I'm just staying in the brush right here in their try because I want to make sure I can keep an eye out. There's a scout trap, but I want to be able to be there just in case I want to do some damage and kind of hold them off if I need to. It's always smart to kind of keep vision, whether it's with a scout trap or with your own body, your own character, in the direction of which the enemy heroes will come. That way you can see when they're coming and kind of make the judgment of whether or not you want to take them out, or just keep focusing on Kraken, or just, you know, making plans in general. Here's where it starts to hurt because I'm like still trying to get my attack speed up. I just shanked, now I'm down on suppressing fire, or spin up, nice suppressing fire to get my spin up back. But now the fight has moved and it ended up being really bad. So at this point, like, me and Ben were talking and we're just like, okay, the issue with what's going on right now is that with the Saw, my mobility is really like prohibiting me from including myself in team fights. So I was telling Ben, it's like, okay, what we need to do is that we need to stop moving the fight so much to where I can't keep up. And although it's a good idea in theory, it didn't work. You'll see why in a little bit. I'm just like, okay, what we're gonna do is that Arden's gonna gauntlet. I'm gonna kind of try to sit outside of it, and you're gonna go ahead and just fight and try to keep the fight there. And then Ben later on was like, well, that's not gonna work, Rumbly, because Vox uses an ult and he just resonates everybody. And I was like, dang it, that is true. I was like, what do we do? I can't keep up. And you guys will see probably in a little bit what's gonna happen here, the outcome of our decisions and that strategy being put into play, not in our favor. I think it actually is like right here in this brush to the left. I was like telling them, like, okay, right there, yeah, that brush right there, we'll stay here, let them engage, and it's gonna be like our victory. Here we go. And we're just like, yeah, suppressive fire staying here. He gauntlets, I'm right outside. The resonance is hitting everybody. I'm like, ah, Shank, get out. So now I'm trying to do mad cannon to do some kind of damage. I couldn't reach anybody but Catherine, so I was just hitting Catherine. And I died, obviously. He's gonna chase Vox to his death, I think. He's gonna actually get Vox, but then he's not gonna be able to keep up with this Cruel. This Cruel is already too far ahead, I believe, in terms of stacks and stuff. So yeah, here it is. He's losing. He's trying to run. Arden gives a Vanguard to get away. Arden's gonna take the sacrifice for the sake of Ben. And maybe Arden survives? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the turning points of which we're basically like, okay, this game is no longer in our favor. It's really bad because we were actually in the lead in terms of objectives. We got the Kraken, we got more turrets. We've actually had Goldmine, I believe, at least once. I could be wrong, I don't remember. But now they got both minion mines, so now they're pushing lane hard. And they're ready to just engage because they know that I'm falling off hard. Because now I'm 7, 4, and 6. I've already like died another time without even getting a kill. Cruel's durability is going higher and higher. This is where I was just like, I even told Ben, I was like, I think I should have finished my Broken Myth over Clockwork. Yeah, it's cool to have my Shank up and my Suppressing Fire and my Ultimate up more often, but I think the overall shield piercing would have been way better. And that's what I was telling him. I was like, yeah, I think I made a mistake in my build. And now I'm just getting decimated now. I can't even move and disengage out of that because of the stuns. And Shiver Steel from Kruon is just like, oh my god. And so this is pretty much where we lose majority of our turrets. And we're just like, okay, this is not looking good for us, guys. I think we hold out for one more fight. And we'll see how it goes. I don't remember exactly how it went. I'm just like, okay, I sold my Clockwork, and I was like, I don't have enough for a Broken Myth. I was like, let me just get some Blazing Salvo to kind of have more ramp up on my ultimate, so I don't have to have just a super slow attack speed. I wanted to have a little bit more attack speed than normal to have my ultimate go off a little bit sooner, or a little bit faster. The consecutive shots. And so I was like, oh, let me just try that, because there's no point in me having this Clockwork because I die before I can even use an ability again anyways. I actually thought they were going to push too, and that's why I got the Blazing Salvo instead of just fighting the precursor to Broken Myth. Alright, so now I'm in clear lane. Getting that money up. I actually do have close to the amount of money I need for a Broken Myth. I think I need 2,200 at this point. If I had actually bought the Broken Myth now at this point instead of the Blazing Salvo, I think it may have been a little bit different in terms of the fights, but yeah. Here, I think I went back to check. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm 2,200. And so I didn't buy anything because it's like, shoot, I'm not there. I wasn't sure the pricing anymore, but now I know. If you have the Piercing Shard, like, I know that it's 2,200 gold for the rest of the piece. Yeah, I'm just like, thumbs up. This is going to be pretty rough. They're getting Kraken. This is not good. I wanted to go down to possibly assist with the Kraken, but it's just like, dude, I don't know what to do here. Just push lane. And then we're gonna try to engage on this, but I don't think it was good because now we start backing out because we were undecisive. So I suppress and fire in hopes that I actually can do anything. My biggest mistake right here was I used Mad Cannon in the lane. So now I had no Mad Cannon. I was doing very little damage. And I was like really regretting it at this point. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, well, what I can do is just slow them down a bit so they can't just chase indefinitely. So I back out. Ben's like heated. He's like, freaking Rumbly. So then I got an alternate current. I was like, alright, whatever. I got some sustainability and damage now. I was like, we should be good. And then I'm still thinking subconscious. It's like, dang it, dude. This Broken Myth can like save the day, but yeah, I keep buying these other items. It's just one of those like situations where you're getting yourself like thinking, oh, should I get this or should I get that? And you don't know which one's more valuable. But if I think about it, like I think the Broken Myth would have been way more valuable because it would have been that much more effective for my Mad Cannons and for everything else I do. It's just the alternate currents is better for reliable damage, and what I needed was just the burst damage, I think, and the ability to just burn through their defenses. So I believe this is the last engagement right here. It's the Cruel, or not the Cruel, it's the Kraken, and then we're just gonna hold out as hard as we can. I'm not gonna tell you what happens. Could be interesting. It might not be. We never know. We might just lose, or we might just win. I don't know. So we're just focusing on the Kraken. We're just like, okay, we gotta do something. I got my Mad Cannon up, but I didn't get enough shots off because I'm so freaking slow. It's just so easy to avoid me. I start getting this like a little bit of lag too. If you guys saw that, I was like, that was pissing me off too. I was like, oh my god, you serious? So here we're just trying to focus whoever. I think we actually do manage to take out somebody. Right. They were all so close. I was so mad. I was like, are you serious? So I was suppressing fire to get potentially maybe somebody to pick up some kills. And then at this point, I was getting heated. I was like, okay, Ben, you guys gonna chase that, or are you gonna help me with Kraken? He's like, oh, we're gonna get it, don't worry. I was like, dude, I cannot take this guy out by myself. And they kept chasing, and I was just like, oh my goodness. So I went back, got my energy back as fast as I could, suppressing fire as soon as I could. I was like, bam! It's like, damn it! It's like, you guys need to come back. It's like, what are you guys doing? And then finally, we take it out. I guess there is one more engagement. I keep thinking it's like more than that. But yeah, so we got the Kraken and everything. It's looking okay in terms of overall visuals on the map. They only have 2. We have 0 turrets, but I mean, we still have a chance here. If we can get an ace, the game is ours. The game's gone long enough. It's 26 minutes. It's not too bad. We can make this game ours, but it's all about coordination and just being able to focus who we need to, and it gets real bad right here. Saw it's just really hard to handle for CP late game if you have no broken myth. Broken myth, Rumbly, get the broken myth. And I was double infused, and my infusions were running out too. I think we go back, and I wanted to get another infusion. I think this is another one of those moments where it's just like if you guys move too much, I cannot do anything. Like, just I'll try to stay out. You know, I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I try to stay away from you guys, but it's not easy. And again, we do the same routine. Even though we knew last time we lost, here I am getting focused by Cruel, and I try to pop my Aegis to do some damage, and I'm like, great, I'm Atlas. And dead and dead. And so, as you can tell, we're 50 seconds from respawn. I was the first one to die, so therefore they're longer than me. We have no turrets. They're just gonna rush, and I lose. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a loss. So, it's a good reason why I wanted to post this, regardless of not having the audio files from Ben. A GG for sure. I could not hold out with Saw. It's just the Atlas Poison was too traumatizing to me, especially when I use Mad Cannon. It already reduces my attack speed, but then they Atlas me, and it reduces my attack speed even further. So I'm shooting one freaking Mad Cannon per like 10 seconds. It's really bad. And so therefore I was just like, dude, they gotta do something to fix the Saw. And I mean, it's cool and all. You can say, oh, you can reflex block Atlas. That thing's hard to do. It's hard to see that thing come off, like especially in the midst of a battle. It's so hard to see an Atlas Pauldron. It's not easy. You gotta have like freaking eyes of an eagle to see that thing. But unfortunately, I do not. I have glasses. I can't even see a foot in front of me without these glasses. But yeah, so that was the game right there. It was GG. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.